afternoon show coming to you live on a Monday. Why? Because we have something super exciting and special to show you today. It's the brand new Luminaire XP3 Upgrade. It features on the XP3, and we'll talk about that in the upgrade with Barb Mikolajczyk. So excited. Let me bring her in. Hey, Barb.
Hi, everybody. I'm as excited as Barbara is because there are so many fabulous new features. I can't wait to show you.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be a great show today. Y'all, we'll be doing a giveaway at the end of this broadcast for a $50 AllBrands.com e-gift card. So be sure to just comment hashtag AllBrands, give us some love in the comments, ask us questions throughout. I'll be collecting those. And Barb's going to be showing us some exciting things. Barb, what do you think about this new machine?
Oh my goodness. I am so excited because every single thing they've added is something I will use and love. That's not normal. There's always some things that are like, whatever, but I love it all. So I hope you all do too.
Wonderful. All right. Well, I'm going to let you get to it and show us some things. And everybody just ask questions along the way. And oh, guess what? Before I forget, we have 60 months financing going on right now. It started on Friday. It's called Brother Next Level. And we're going to be offering any new Brother machine purchase over $5,000 that you get 0% financing for 60 months. So yeah, that's awesome. Okay,
That's awesome.
Barb, take it away.
Okay, I'm going to just start by talking in general about what's in the upgrade. And then I'm going to show you a couple of samples, and then I'm going to show you live on the machine. So the things you get in the upgrade or in the XP3 are a new advanced end foot, which I will show you and we'll work with, the new advanced multifunction foot control, and I love the improvements they've made on it. Works for me much better than the last one. I have little feet, so it was hard for me. There's a new fine tip stylist, which is so good to use in the design center. There's large connect embroidery patterns. There's new decorative fills in my design center. There's tapering in sewing. No sew setting, and I know that sounds strange, but wait till you see it. You're going to love it like I do. There's a lot more new embroidery patterns built into the machine and will be included in the upgrade if you go that way. There's 6 new decorative fills in my design center, plus 4 new fonts. Longstitch patterns, again, sounds strange, but wait till you see it. And fill couching font. You're going to love that. I just know you are. Now, if you just go and get the update for your XP1 or XP2, you will get the following things, which are also coming with the upgrade or in XP3. And they are an enhanced projector. I'll try to show you how that works. The Guideline Flip, and we will see that. The 10 key input for shapes in my design center, meaning if you bring in a shape, it always came in whatever size it wanted to, and then you had to size it, and it took forever. Now you can just punch in the numbers of what size you want. And also the numbers are, or the shapes are numbered. So you can say, I want square number blah or whatever. Those are coming in the free update as well as the upgrade. So now let me switch cameras real quick and tease you with a couple of samples of some of these new features. All right, so the first one I'm going to show you is what's called large connect embroidery. So this is my hand, so you can see how big this thing is. These are like 26 or 28 inches by whatever the design is. So here's one, and it stitches out in 3 sections, and it connects it for you perfectly. I'm going to show you some of that in a bit. The next one is the no-sew that I talked about, and you thought, what the heck are you talking about? So this design started out like this with these 2 butterflies. And then I took the butterflies out, and that's the no-sew, and I added a bird. So you can take designs and make them what you want, which is really exciting. The next one is a long stitch. Now this is a little, that's better because it's on screen. And these are literally long stitches. And we're going to stitch one of those out real quick, and you'll see what I mean by that. The next one are the fill couching letters or font. So this adds a whole bunch of texture. This is yarn. We're going to stitch a letter so you can see that. I don't know that I mentioned the edge-to-edge quilting. This is a small section, but you can get as big as 118 inches by 118 inches, meaning you can quilt your own quilts. I love this, and it's easy to use. And I'll show you that. And here's another example of that font, the couching font. And this, I did this panel in an edge to edge. So this is all done. It connects it for me. And I just, and I'm going to show you all of that. So I think, Barbara, I need you to put on the first 2 slides.
Okay, coming right up. We have the first slide here, Barb, whenever you're ready. Okay. So it looks like Barb hopped out and is going to come back in. So I'm coming on screen now. All right. So she is going to be talking today about the XP3 upgrade. That's the joys of live. And let's just say hey to a few folks and look at some of the comments that was made. Hold on just a second. Okay. And Philbeck asked, is this like split design? And Barb was talking about the no-sew feature in her machine. And so you can take out any color section that you want in a design, and it's called no-sew. So yeah, so it's not like split design. It's a little bit different. So I hope that helps. And here's another one from Karen. So Karen asks, do you need to update before you install the upgrade? I believe the answer is you need to update, which is a free update regardless. I would suggest doing that beforehand, before you do the purchased upgrade. So to purchase the upgrade, you can go to any of our 7 locations or your closest brother dealer. So here is AllBrands locations. We're in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, New Orleans, Slidell, Lafayette, Houston, San Antonio, and Bossier. And I see Barb is back, so I'm going to bring her back in. All right, Barb, you with us?
I am. I don't know what happened. Did I drop?
Well, we'll get through this today. I'm going to pull the slide back up, and you can take it from here.
Okay. So I already talked through, what did they get to see the samples, Barbara?
Yes.
Okay. So you saw the large connect, then the designs, the new fills I'm going to show you live on camera. You saw a little edge to edge. I'm going to show you the tapering on camera. The no-sew, we're going to actually walk through how to do that. I'll show you where the new fills are and how the numbering pad works. We're going to do a long stitch and a fill couched font. And then I told you what you can get with the update as well as the upgrade. And then I have the hardware pieces here if she wants to switch back.
Yeah, Barb, we had a question real quick about should they do the free update before they install the purchased upgrade?
Doesn't matter because it will update when they upgrade.
How about that?
But in the meantime, they can have a few of these features if they just go ahead and update.
Okay.
Okay. So here's the new enhanced end foot. It has ankles on it here that attach to the bar, and it just gives it a lot more stability. And so now you can do more stitches with absolute stable, option. This is the new fine point stylist. So you can see through it, and all it needs to do is touch on the black dot there. But in the meantime, you can see through all the clear part. So you can really see what you're doing, which is awesome. And then the new multifunction foot control looks similar to the old one, but they've really, really improved several things. It used to be hard for me to press the go button. Like I had to stomp on it. Now it's nice and easy to use. It's ergonomically shaped so your foot doesn't slip off of the bottom of it. And the little side pedal is also a different shape and angle. And the cord is much longer to hook into your machine, because people with cabinets, or even if it wasn't on a cabinet, you could almost had a hard time getting the cord to reach the floor. So those are the hard wire or hard pieces that are going to come with the upgrade or the update. No, sorry, with the upgrade or the Luminaire 3. I'll get this yet.
We had a question, actually, Barb, from our owner, John M. Douthat.
Yes, John.
I'd like to know, is the update required to recognize the new 10 by 10 hoop?
Yes. Yes.
Good.
Okay. So yeah, that's another thing I didn't. It's an optional accessory, so we'll talk about that. But you're right. You need to update so it will recognize it.
It's an optional accessory, but it's awesome. Just saying.
You're going to use it, so you're going to see that. Okay. So new features in embroidery, and I think there is a slide for this one. There we go. New features in embroidery. Back up. So faster projection, fill couching, no sew, long stitch, edge to edge, large size split designs, and they're all compatible with the new optional 10 by 10 magnetic frame. And that's good for XP1, XP2, or XP3. Those are the only machines that can use this new 10 by 10.
Hey, Barb.
Yeah.
We had a comment from Candy Gordon. She said, so many features are included in the upgrade this year. And I agree. This is the most jam-packed upgrade I have ever seen with Brother as far as features goes, right?
Yes. And not only that, but they're all really usable, really cool. So I can't wait to show you. I'm going to go live to the machine now and go ahead and show you the upgrades for the sewing side. All righty. So I'm headed over there. There we go. So we're on the machine now, and the first new upgrade is for tapering. And at first I was like, oh, whatever. But then I got to look at it. So we're going to scroll all the way over to the left. And here's a brand new category. It's T for tapering. And you get these 20 stitches. And you think, okay, so what do I do with this? So I'm going to show you. I'm just going to do a basic one. And then I'm going to open up my editing features for sewing. And here's a new icon or key. And that's for tapering. I can tell it what angle I want it to start at. Look at all of my choices. And I want to do a 45. And I can tell it what angle I want it to end at. So I have this set up to be.
Okay. Hey, Barb, we lost your camera. Could you try switching and switching back?
Yes.
It just went black.
Don't do that, camera.
It couldn't handle the greatness. That's all. So we had a question from Nilda Valencia. She asked, what is the upgrade? What is the software? So this is the Brother XP3 upgrade for the XP1 Luminaires and the XP2 Luminaires. So Yeah, so these are all the brand new features that come in the XP3 Luminaire. And she was just showing the tapering feature, which is a sewing enhancement upgrade. So good stuff there. And we had a question from a few folks. Can you have like the Luminaire 1 and then purchase the Luminaire 3 upgrade? And does that make it a full Luminaire 3? Well, the Luminaire 1 came out, and then they came out with the Luminaire 2, and then there were 2 upgrades for the Luminaire 2, one for sewing and one for embroidery. Oh, Barb's back. I'll bring her back in.
Okay.
Hey, Barb?
Yes.
All right, we got you now. Oh, it went black again.
I know. It's like, God.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm gonna talk about the software a little bit more. So when you upgrade the Luminaire 3, I'm sorry, I got confused. So it doesn't.
Can you hear me?
I can hear
All
you.
right, so let's do this.
Okay.
Boy, I can't get any of my cameras on. Well, you can upgrade the Luminaire 1 or 2 to any of the upgrades, 1, 2, or 3, because there have been 3 upgrades, but you don't have to go in any particular order. If you didn't do 1 and 2, you can just go and get 3. So yes, the answer is you can do that.
Aw, cool. Thank you, Barb.
Good.
Okay, and I'll go through some other ones. Candy has another question. She says, oh, here we go. Barb, is that you again? Look at that.
Okay.
We'll get back to questions soon. So go on.
All right. So here we are. And I've told it that I want it to taper 45 degrees top and bottom. And I'm going to use the endpoint to stop my stitches. So it's going to say, okay, so endpoint means I'm going to use my endpoint stickers. Those are my endpoint stickers that came with your machine. And I'm going to stitch around a box. And I'm just going to do the first side, but I'm going to use my new N foot, enhanced N foot. So you can see it will slip around.
And you might need to move the camera over just a little bit to the left so that we can see that.
Thank you.
Perfect.
There we go. And I'm going to snap that foot on. So now I have my enhanced N foot on. So I'm going to start on the end up there, and I'm going to stop where this sticker is. Okay, and it's going to start with a 45-degree angle, just like it showed in the screen. And when it gets to this endpoint sticker, it's going to stop, and it's going to stop with that 45-degree angle.
Hey,
And
Barb. So
yes.
if you could unplug one of your other cameras, we just went black again. So I'll come back in. The machine works fantastic, guys. It's just the cameras that we have and the streaming. So let me go back to our questions that we have while Barb's working on that. And we've been working on this for an hour. This has been so funny. But these machines are great.
Everything hooked up.
All right. So here's a question from Carol Lombard. So the 10 by 10 hoop is a separate purchase. The answer is yes, but AllBrands does have a package on our website where you can get the hoop and the upgrade together under one like combo offer. And here's a question from Gail M. Oh, but before we get to that, Barb's back. All right. You ready, Barb?
Camera now. Okay, so it stopped where I asked it to stop, and it stopped with that 45-degree angle. And so I want to show you a box that was stitched completely around. See if you can see that. And see how those corners are so fabulous. They're all done in a 45-degree angle. So you have all of these pretty stitches to use. Let me close this so you can see all the stitches. So, okay, that one, yes, I want to show you some other stitches. Thank you, go away. So you can play with all of these different looks and do all of these different angles to do going into, you know, a corner or something that's going to curve, and you can finish off the stitch with any one of these crazy choices of angles. 15 degrees, 30 degrees, 45, 90, 120. It gives us lots and lots of opportunities to be creative. So it's really cool and it works really well. Let me see, what else can I show you in sewing?
Oh, there's some update features. I don't know if we want to talk about that now.
Okay, then I'm going to move on.
Okay.
Oh, the horizontal flip was another one. I want to show that.
Sure, that one's awesome.
You're right, that's an update. I didn't mention it. So we can wait on that.
Okay.
So 10 by 10 hoop. Now I got to move my camera back to the other table because I'm going to hoop.
Okay.
Show you. Okay.
While she's moving her camera, I'll come in. And here's one from Beth Small. When is the upgrade shipping? So dealers will start, you have to purchase it from your local dealer, and we'll start getting them in very soon. But go ahead and pre-order it because they're very hot. All right. And
ready to go.
All right, here we go.
Okay, so here's your new 10 by 10 hoop, and it's magnetic, and you use your little tool to easily get your magnets off when there's no fabric in there. So you just literally roll this on the rail, basically, and they'll come right off. When there's fabric in there, they're much easier to get off than this with no fabric. So now I'm going to show you how easy it is to hoop something. And of course, I can't find the piece I want to hoop.
Here's a question from Annette Meyer. She said, is this magnetic hoop made by Brother or Dime? This is made by Brother, and it is very strong magnets. It is, comparatively to the Dime snap hoop, there's no comparison. It's just a different beast altogether.
Correct. These, I have used the others, and mostly when Brother didn't have something big enough that I wanted. And these do not let your project move in the hoop at all. And I mean at all. So if you want to put something in here, like a quilt, I mean, that's a big thing. But I love the fact that I can put in netting. See this netting in this magnetic hoop? And I don't have any burn marks or anything. And I can stitch things and it will not shift and move on me. I can also do chiffon. And now I can't find my chiffon piece, but that's okay. So look at how cool this stuff is. Let me get this out of the way here. Because this would be really hard to do in a normal hoop. So your 10 by 10 is for lots of things, not just thick fabric. Okay. So now I'm going to take this over to the machine and I'm going to do the first new embroidery thing, and that's the fill couching. Once
awesome.
Again, I'm going to have to move my camera, Barbara.
I got you, Barb. All right, so let's go to some more questions. Susan asks, are the features we're talking about today, will they be available for the 10 needle? No, this is exclusive to the Brother Luminaire. Sorry about that. Okay, Gail asks, is this machine mainly for quilting? Well, it's like the best of everything. If you ask me, I own this machine and I use it for quilting. I use it for embroidery. I use it for embroidery in the hoop. There's just so many things that you can do with this amazing machine. Let's see. Next question is from Carol. With the new magnetic hoop, can you slide fabric with a few magnets on instead of removing all the magnets? So like the sashing frame had been demonstrated off of the machine bed, yes, you can use that to slide. And let's see. Does brother, oh, here's a good question from Gail. Thanks for watching, Gail. Does brother make a magnetic hoop for lower model embroidery machines? Well, you're in luck. So brother just came out with a new 4x7 hoop for the NS 1850 and NS 1150 machines that just came out. And they're like the clamp-on brackets. So it's got like the two little, and that snaps in. They also have a 5x7 slide-in magnetic hoop. They're called the flat frames. And I really encourage you to take a look at those because they are really cool. Star says, technology gremlins with us today. Yes, it's so funny when we do these lives. We never have issues with the machines. It's always the cameras. It's so funny. Barb, just let me know when you're ready.
All right. I am almost ready.
All right.
Cameras moved around because I have.
From A Journey of Random Musings. I love your username. When will the machine ship? So very soon, dealers are ordering them and getting them in. So go ahead and call your local dealer and reserve the machine. Go ahead and take advantage of the financing offers that are happening right now and the bundles that are online. All right, Barb, back to you.
Okay, we are ready to try this new fill couching. So first of all, I need to tell you that there's a video in your machine telling you exactly how to set up your yarn and everything that you need to do. Now I'm just going to go to the new category under couching. We now have the fonts, and you have capital letters, small letters, numbers, and some, punctuation marks. We're just going to do a B for brother and say set. And I have hooped this circle in here. So I'm going to just grab my B after I go into embroidery and put the center of my foot in the center of the circle. And that's about center, always is. And then I can tweak it with the
Hey, Barb, you know that really cool feature where you can turn the light off on your machine from settings? Can you do that so that we can see under the needle?
Okay.
This is a cool feature to learn too, in case it's too bright.
So sometimes.
There you go. Thank you.
Sometimes you're stitching on sequins and you don't want that reflecting back in your face like that.
Tell me about it.
All right, so we are ready now, and I'm going to just go ahead and stitch. So watch closely. Please wait a while. Oh, it was still turning on the projector. It's good enough. I don't care.
Speaking of waiting a while.
Yes.
That projector now, you can move it around and it doesn't wait a while anymore.
Correct. I'm going to show you that on a Longstitch.
I love that. Sorry, I got too excited. I let the cat out of the bag.
I know. So now watch. I just held the yarn a little bit, and now I can let it go, and it is literally going to stitch this yarn down until it looks like this. You see that texture? That is yarn. So that's what it's going to stitch and what it's going to look like. So much fun. And I'm going to stop this so that we can move on, because you don't need to just sit here and watch it. Thread. And the thing with this is, okay, are you happy now?
It looks like chenille, kind of. Whenever I'm thinking like the back of jackets would be so cute.
Yes, I had one dealer say their grandson had been waiting for a year for her to put chenille letters on a jacket, and she's decided to just do this because it will work so much better. Okay, so that is the couching. That's how simple it is to do. And like I said, there's a video on the machine so you can watch how to, stitch it up, and it's really easy.
Hey,
so now
Barb,
do
you mind if I took some pictures of the classroom samples at our training? And I would love to show that to everybody. Let me just pull that up real quick. And I'm going to skip forward to this pillow let's see. Here it is. Oh, here's some of the couching. So beautiful couching, but here is the letters that you can do in a welcome sign that was so cute. And then I took this picture, it's upside down, but this is, it looks very cute with the, like the Be Wonderful. And yeah, so I thought that was really cool. I just wanted to share that.
Barbara, we didn't see any of those pictures.
Oh, funny. Okay, well, let me share again. Share screen. It's Monday. I can't sing the song. Here we go. Yeah, I'll add it to the screen. And let me see if this will even play. This video. Okay, here we go. Here is the couching. Does everybody see that?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. That turned out so cute. And this was like using, is that like a variegated yarn?
Variegated yarn, yes.
Oh, it was so cool. And then here's just like the regular couching and embroidery used on something else. But here's my upside down pillow that I haven't rotated yet, but they did Be Wonderful. And then the design on top is actually one of the continuous long designs.
Large connect, yep.
Yeah, so.
Okay, I'm going to show them no-so now, if that's okay.
Yes.
All right. So remember we had a butterfly or a pair of butterflies, and then we went to no butterflies, and I added a bird. So in embroidery, this is another new thing. I'm going to go into category 1 all the way over to the new category 16, where we have brand new designs. All of these are brand new designs. And I'm going to show you this one stitched out. How come I'm getting a call when my phone is on silent? Okay, here is this little guy all stitched out. Look how big he is. And these first 5 designs are appliques. So you can send them to your scan and cut, get all the pieces cut out, bring it back to your machine and stitch it all out. So that was this little guy. We're going to work on this sewing machine. And we brought it up and it looks like a sewing machine. It's pretty with all the flowers, but what if you don't want flowers? How many times have you seen a design and said, oh, if only? Well, now we can, if only. So let's watch this. I'm going to open up Edit, and here's a brand new key for editing, and it's no-sew. So I'm going to scroll up because all the first ones are the applique pieces first. And then I'm going to choose one of the flower colors. See that flower color? And I'm going to tell it, don't sew. Can you see this icon down here? There you go. And it just took it out. Let me put it back in. Watch the machine take it out. And I'm going to take out all of the flower pieces so that I don't have any flowers anymore.
This is going to save so much time and let you really be creative with the designs.
Exactly. So I've taken all the flowers off. I'm going to say, okay, now I want to add something else to this. And Barbara has pictures of these in the slideshow. So let me add a different piece to this, and it's under here. And I want to make it look like a vintage machine. So here's just a piece that's in the machine in your designs, and I'm going to size it first, and I'm going to make it, I think it was 1.30, something like that. Close enough, okay? And then I'm going to rotate it. Whoops, other way. And I'm going to just move it into place. And then I can have Barbara bring up the slides, and you can see how different this design looks by doing this.
Okay, so we missed the 10 by 10 magnetic frame, so I'm just going to go through that one real quick. You did demonstrate that earlier. Yep. Fill couching embroidery font. Okay, here's the no-sew and embroidery edit.
Right. So see the machine with all the flowers and then the machine with no flowers. And now I added this. And if you change the colors of this into like more antique colors, it winds up looking like an antique sewing machine. And so it's totally different, which is just so much fun to be that creative, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can do that not with every design, because some designs might be digitized in a way that you can't take out a full color without taking out something you want. But many, many, many designs you can change and make them exactly what you want. I think this is amazing, as well as that couching font. I can't wait to use these things on lots of things.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
so it's for each individual color change. You can take out one of the colors. Yes. Okay. And then Shirley says, I've been doing this in PE Design 11, but it took so long. I can't wait to do this with the machine. Yes, no kidding. And you can still bring in pieces from PE Design 11 if it's not something built into the machine that you want to use easily. But in the meantime, you take out what you don't want, which is the way to go. Okay, so then we're ready to look at, let's see, slide number 8 is the birds that I showed earlier. That's the butterflies and turned into a bird, just another example. And then slide 9 is Longstitch. So this is, I want to sew one of these out so you can experience what it is. And we're going to go ahead and just go there. So I'm going to switch, you can switch me back to this live camera on the machine. And we'll go home and I'll bring up Longstitch Designs. This is another brand new category, 7 here. And you have 10 designs that you can stitch out. We're going to do a real fast one so that, you know, you get the idea, because it's a very different concept. I've already rehooped the panel that I was working on for the bee. And this is where we're going to stitch the long design. Now, the thing here is, for couching, I had my thread here because the yarn was up there. We don't want to combine the thread and the yarn and get them confused. So now I have to rethread and make sure that this is up on the top of the machine. Because these stitches are so long, you need a nice lead, you know, for the thread to go take these long stitches. You'll be amazed at how long these are. They're really fun. And then I got to change my foot real quick to my regular embroidery foot. It was on my... While you do that, I have some samples I can share. Go for it. All right. And I'm actually going to share my screen this time. So here we go. All right. Let's see. And I'm going to have to add it here. Okay. All right, so here are the long stitch designs. Oh, someone asked earlier if the couching can be, oh, that's a video. Maybe, oh no, if the couching letters can be sized. I don't think that they can. They can be sized a little bit. A little bit, okay. A little bit up and down, but not much. Here's one of the long stitch designs. It looks so cool stitched out. With this owl. And that one's about 7 or 8 inches. Yeah, and it's on this one. The middle one is on balsa wood. Yes, it is. Kind of reminds me of when they put the nails in the wood and they string it through. If anyone knows that technique, it's kind of what it reminds me of. So. Okay, so I'm going to show them now on the live camera that enhanced projector. So we're in embroidery, and I'm going to turn the projector on. And if you remember before, if you have an XP1 or 2, when you use the projector, sometimes you had to wait for it to regenerate and move for you. But now watch this. As you move, you see exactly where it's going. You just have to move your box if you get out of the box area, but no more waiting for that wheel to generate the new picture, which is awesome. I used to get frustrated having to wait. Isn't it terrible? We're so spoiled. Okay, so I want to go ahead and start this stitching so you can see, because it is quite different than anything you're used to. It automatically slows the machine down. So does the
couching, so you don't have to worry about what speed you're going at. But look at the length of those stitches. Can you see that okay? They're more than an inch long, each stitch. So let me show you the finished stitch again. So we have this. So that's how long those stitches are. And then when the stitches get shorter, it speeds up to how it can handle it excellently. They're very, very cool. So another super cool upgrade that actually will get used. Just saying. All right.
I'll bring this up on the screen again, just so they see that bunny is so cute.
Oh, I love the bunny.
Yes.
Bunny is adorable. Okay, now we're going to move on because we're going to run out of time and I've got too many good things to talk about. So next is edge to edge, since you want to, show them that. So I talked a little bit about this and how you can now quilt your own quilts. And it's really, truly easy to use. So I'm going to grab real quick. We're going to go into embroidery and I'm going to show you where they are. Under Q for quilting. And there's a new subcategory 4. And these are the 10 designs that we have so far that we can use. So my sample is using this one, and I want to walk through real quick and show you how to do that. It brings up this page, which you're supposed to put in your dimensions. I'm going to do a very small piece so we can get through it. So I'm just going to do a 9.5.
You can do above a king size quilt.
Yes, 118 something to 118.11 is what it says. And just under 8 by 8 inches. So anything in between, you just put in your sizes. Then you tell it what hoop you're going to use. I'm going to use a 10 by 10. And you have options as to what look you want. I almost always like this one. But if you can see how it switches where it connects, and it really is a different look. So you can choose which one you like. And once you do that, you just say next. And it just says, okay, this will be 4 pieces to do this size. This is the order that they stitch in. They start in the top left and go to the right, back to the left, to the right, and so on. You can do a single line or a triple line, and then you can go to memory. And it automatically goes to your memory, and then it brings your memory up. And it's always the first one right there. So this is the one that I just put in, and this is the one that will connect for you. It has 4 pieces to it. These are individual. So we're going to take the first one, and it's going to bring up the first one. That's the whole idea. And then it tells you how you need to hoop your first piece. And you would hoop it from the top left corner, right at your sashing or border within the embroidery area. And you say, okay, I get that. And then it's going to tell you you're going to get a point on your projection on your hoop, and you're going to match that projection to that very corner in case you're not hooped square, which, that's reality. So I'm going to hoop this real quick so you can see how that moves. Unfortunately, I have to take the magnets off and go again.
Oh my gosh. While you're doing that, let's answer some questions. Let's see. Let me gather some questions. Hold on just a second. Oh, how does it know where to line up the designs? Does it work like other edge-to-edge designs?
No.
So, yeah. No.
So no, it only works with
Better.
what's built. Yeah,
sorry. It has a projector.
Right. Okay, so here's how it lines up. So here we go. I'm going to say okay, and it's going to say it's going to move, and it's going to project a spot on here. There it is, and all I have to do is move this design up to that corner where I've drawn as though there's a sashing in here. I don't know if you can see my line that I drew, but I just put it up there. So if that was a different color, it's very easy to see. Then I say, okay. And then it's going to say, if you need to rotate this, now is the time to rotate it. I'm going to say, okay. And it gives me that projection again, and I line that right up on that line. So whatever angle I'm at, it's perfect. So the first one is in there and it's absolutely perfect. So I don't want you to pay attention to what I'm doing now because I have to trick this to show you what's next. So I'm going to pretend like this just stitched that first unit and show you what that looks like. All right, so if it just stitched the first piece out, it looks like, well, I don't have just a first piece. Here is the first and the second, but I'll show you how that connects. You see how that perfectly connects right there? The next pattern that brings up and it tells you how to hoop it so that this is within the embroidery area, it will connect right there and you just move it like I did the other two pieces and you rotate it. And you also have the option to stretch it out to be exactly to the edge of your sashing or border. So here it is. Embroidery is finished. Okay, to connect the next pattern, you're going to say okay, and it's going to show you what to do. So there, hoop it so you can see that connection point. Okay, and then you will actually get the projection and you will match that point. It's very easy to do, and you just move it to the last stitch, and then it stitches, it's continuous. And then it will now tell you to rotate if you need to, and also stretch or shrink if you need to. And you may not need to, but not everybody's things are perfectly straight. So those are the first two pieces. Then you would go on and it would be the third piece and the fourth piece in this case. And there are these embroidery positioning marks that they stitch in on the bottom of these for each row down. And the next ones line up to these two marks. And then the last one lines up to this mark right there and these two marks. And again, you can stretch or shrink to match perfectly to your sashings. It's that easy. And I'm telling you, it's amazing. So I showed you the one edge to edge here, and I don't know how well you can see this on this camera.
Oh, it's beautiful.
How about if I show you the back? There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Literally edge to edge.
Mm-hmm.
And perfectly. It is so fun and so easy to do. And then, okay, don't get sick on me, because I'm going to move a camera to show you this one if I can. This is a large connect stitch that I also did edge to edge on. So this was a flowered pattern, and I just did it with monofilament thread right over the embroidery.
That's stunning, Barbara.
So you can do that. I also did edge to edge on fabric. I just made fabric and then I made a vest. Bottom line, I did the fabric, created the fabric, and then cut out my pieces and made the vest. So edge to edge can be used for so much more than just, okay, I'm going back, Barbara.
I gotta say, this is my edge to edge quilting is my favorite feature. I love them all, but this one's like, my favorite personally. Let us know what your favorite is so far, everybody, in the comments.
Right. And I love it because it's so easy to use and it turns out perfect every time. It's like, oh, gold. So I now want to show you the large connect designs real quick. So we're going to go into embroidery. This is a new category here, 6. There are 5 of these, and you can see they're 28.35 inches or 26 inches. They're big. So these are the large connect. These are done with snowmen. So again, you can do individual pieces if you want, or you pick this one that has the 3, and it automatically brings up the first piece. You set the first piece. Once you're finished sewing, it will give you all the instructions like it did on the edge to edge as to where to place your snowmen, and there's 2. And then it tells you to rehoop after it recognizes them. and it connects the next pattern and the next pattern. And that's how I did this great big one with the bird on it. So those are the large connect patterns. What? Oh, my design center. I got to go show you what's new in there. In my design center, under fills, we had 42 fills, I think. I don't remember how many we had now. 40. Yeah, we had 42. So now we have 6 more new fills. And this is what they look like. This is just a quick stitch out of the new fill patterns. I just picked shapes out of the design center and gave them different outlines. You can now use the new fills, but you can also make your own fills in PE Design 11 and your own line motifs and bring them in to the design center and work with them. I think that's amazing because I've done a lot of custom quilting from the beginning, but now I can do them and bring them in without having to scan something and all that stuff. Also in here, if I want to bring in a shape, let's just make it simple. We'll do a circle, and I don't want that size. That's what it comes in on. So I say size, and now I have this new key, and I only want this one to be 3 inches. 3 inches set by 3 inches set, and I have the size I want without having to go through all
like
the
a
rigmarole.
bunch of times. I love that.
Exactly. And the other thing was in here, these are all numbered now. So that makes it easier if you're talking to somebody on the phone and saying, oh, I want to use heart number this, or I want to use something else. You've got numbers on all of these sections in here. Okay, there was something else in Design Center. Nope, just the new fine line stylus to use. I think that's okay. We skipped a bunch of slides. Should we just plow through those? Large split design, that's slide number 11.
Okay.
There we go. Isn't that gorgeous? That's on a velvet coat. It's amazing.
So that was the one that you used the snowman stickers to connect.
Yes, yes.
Wonderful.
That's right. And then you save these for when you want to do something amazing. You know what I mean? Like just knock your socks off because they're beautiful. Okay, so then the next thing is the new features in sewing. Top features are the tapering, which I can see lots of uses for. The new multifunction foot control, and I love the new design, the new advanced end foot. You're not going to understand how great that is till you use it. And the more stitches are compatible now with your move it foot and the horizontal flip, where you can set a stitch to one side of the needle and just press a key and it'll flip to the other side of the exact same spacing, which is great. And then the next slide is the top embroidery features. The faster projection, we don't have to wait anymore. The fill couching font, the no-sew feature, the long stitch patterns, edge-to-edge quilting, large size split designs, and the new optional 10 by 10 magnetic frame. I'm telling you, I don't know how I could pick a favorite because I truly love all of these. Just saying. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put myself back in for questions.
Okay. While you do that, I'm going to show on the screen, this is the machine that we've been talking about, the brand new Luminaire XP3 sewing, quilting, and embroidery machine by Brother. And it has all of these new features that you see and so much more. All of the features of the XP2 and XP1, including the projection, the 10.5 by 16 hoop, and oh, this beautiful lid that Barb's going to show, and I'll bring her in. Let's see, Barb. Yes, it's like this charcoaly black, very beautiful, elegant design on the lid now.
It's like lacy. It's really pretty.
But if you look very closely, it's hidden in there. It's hard to see unless you look very, very closely. Can you see the hidden Mickeys?
Yep.
So cute. I love how it's very subtle.
Yeah.
Very nice and subtle. So this is the upgrade. So if you have the XP1 or the XP2, you can get the upgrade, and that includes all of these new features, plus the multifunction foot control, the new pen, and the end foot. So great, great, great machine. So let's, you want to answer some questions, Barb?
Sure.
All right, let me go on over there and we can look and see. Okay. Here's one. Brother just keeps bringing out amazing features for a machine that makes us look like professionals. So much fun.
Yes, it's true. It's so true.
Oh gosh. I think I answered this one already. When will the machine ship? So they're coming into us as soon as possible. So go ahead and get your, pre-order in now to take advantage of the 60 months financing. Yeah. Okay. So going back to the 10 by 10 magnetic hoop, Annette says it looks like the sashing hoop.
It does. Absolutely. It is like the sashing hoop, only it's wider, because the sashing hoop's only 9 and this is 10. Believe it or not, quilters asked for that. They wanted to be able to do 10 by 10 blocks. And even though this says it's 10 by 10, you can stitch a 10 by 10 area. So that's awesome.
Cool. Patricia asks, is the extended table included with this Luminaire? No.
It is not, but it's the perfect Christmas present or a birthday present for those kids or husbands that have no clue what to get you.
Yeah. I end up using my embroidery unit kind of as an extension table because the embroidery unit is so large. I just sew with it on.
But there are times I don't want that in my way, so I use my extension table and I love it. I also use the 10 spool thread holder.
Yes.
I like to line up all my colors.
Yes. Here's one. Do you need any special attachments to do the couching?
They all come with the machine, and they're all in that video to show you how to put them on the machine and where to put them. And it's very clear, precise.
Here's one from Trisha. I don't quite, I'm not familiar with. Is this different than the no-sew function already on the machine?
So you're talking about the no-sew in my design center? Yes, this is totally different because this is in embroidery when something's already digitized, but you can take out whole colors of something that's already been digitized and it just won't stitch them. So it's very from the no-sew in my design center.
Susie asks, does this machine have idle feature if you need to take a break and come back without powering off?
Oh, that's really a good question. When you're talking about those large connect designs or the edge to edge, absolutely. And it will even tell you that if you set up the next piece that's going to be sewn and you turn the machine off, when you come back and turn the machine on, it's right where you need it to be. That's a lifesaver because let's face it, if you're doing a king size quilt, you're not going to do it in one sitting, probably. Although I was amazed at how fast each one of these sections stitches. It goes really quickly. I was amazed. The large connect patterns, not so much. They have a lot of stitches in them, so you may not do those at one setting, but that's okay. You can set up the next one, turn it off, go to bed, go to dinner, whatever, come back and work on it when you're ready.
And you can also do single stitch and triple stitch on the edge to edge, and it looks wonderful.
Yes.
We had a question about that. A comment. Oh my gosh, I need to learn how to use PE Design 11. That was for the My Design Center fills, not for the edge to edge.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know if any of you saw, but my first custom quilt was a boys quilt, and it had fire trucks and cars and planes and stuff like that in it. And that was a pain in the neck to put together back then because I had to find images of it or draw them myself, put them on a piece of paper, scan it in the machine. Now it would be so much easier.
Okay, maybe you know this one. Miss Leo Jones, how much does the new machine weigh?
No more than the last XP1 or 2. Same.
Yeah. Not a classroom machine for sure.
No,
Yeah.
not unless you're wanting to lift weights, but get the luggage so you can transport it. But these kind of live home, and then you can get a smaller machine that has many of these features now. Not these really wow features, but you're not going to do those in class anyway. But the
Yeah.
needles and positions and cutting and all that. So regular sewing for class, you can do that.
Okay, Mary asks, is there a way to add additional edge-to-edge designs to use this feature?
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah.
The same. Because they're all mathematically figured out, whatever numbers you put in, whatever size, and all of that has to be in the computer brain of the machine.
Mhm.
So they can't just take something you bring in and figure that out. But I say not yet because that's the first thing we ask. We need more, and we need to be able to do
Yeah, and brother's listening for sure. I like that it has just the standard stipple in there. That's what I use 90% of the time. So that's what
Oh,
I'll be using. That's
well,
what I did on this quilt back here, Barb.
I'm challenging you, Barbara, to try one of the new edge-to-edge designs because they're really nice.
Challenge accepted.
Okay, I want to see it in Houston.
Okay, Linda asked, do you have to use the magnetic hoop for edge to edge?
Absolutely not. If I'm doing a big piece, I'm not using the 10 by 10. I'm using my 10 and 5/8 by 16. And it's very easy to use. All you have to do is unscrew a lot to open it up, put the bottom down, put your quilts in there, and then just tighten up so that the top will just fall right into place and do your lever. That's how you tighten it. And then you never have to reset it because the whole quilt is the same thickness. And I find it very easy to use. And I haven't had problem with it popping out. Just make sure you've got the right tension to get it tight enough and not too tight.
Shirley asked earlier, bringing in fills from PE Design 11? Let's talk
Fills that
about that just a little more.
fills that you create or fills that are there, both. And so I didn't show you this, but in my design center, when you know, there is a new icon in there that says built-in and custom. It would come in under the custom icon.
Cool. Sandy asked, can Barbara talk a little bit about the compact size move-it foot that's included with the XP3?
Sure. So it's literally, I'm looking if I can grab one here, but
I wish I had one with me right now.
it's a little bit smaller than the bigger one. And the biggest difference is they cut out a section so that when the fabric runs through, this finger goes here, this goes up a little bit sooner so it doesn't get caught. The old one, it kind of got caught right there and you had to feed it through. Now it just kind of runs under there. It's fine. If you've mastered your old one, it works great. The new one's nice because it is a little better sight lines because it's a little smaller, but they both are fabulous. I use my Move It Foot all the time.
Yeah.
When I'm it's on. Piecing, everything.
Barbara Jones is watching, so we have Barbara 1, Barbara 2, Barbara 3. She said, can I trade in my firstborn for a classroom machine? Yes, you
talk to AllBrands about that one.
Yes, we do accept trade-ins. You also might consider, if you're not interested in a trade-in, we have a ton of XP2s left, and you can purchase that at a discount and then just add the upgrade to it. That's also an option as well. So, but that's for a very limited time.
You'll be getting more in as people buy the 3s and trade in their 1s and 2s.
Yeah, I would just do a trade-in, but not for your firstborn. Maybe your first sewing machine. But I'm pretty sure she already owns a Luminaire, so she'll be getting the upgrade.
Barbara, that was pretty funny.
Brother has made this upgrade irresistible.
I agree. I just can't get over how excited I am about all of the features. And that, like I said, it's not normal. But I was lucky enough to get to teach this at convention, and I got to really get familiar with these features, and I just love them. I've already made several samples. I'm working on a quilt for Houston, Barbara.
Yay. Speaking of Houston, everyone, if you want to meet Barb and Barbara, and Barbara Jones will probably be in the booth with us too. But you should definitely come to the George R. Brown Convention Center November 3rd through the 6th. It's the Houston International Quilt Festival. AllBrands.com, our family-owned and operated business, will be representing Brother there, and we'll have tons of educators. We'll have Angela Wolf, Cindy Hogan, Wendy Chow. I'm sorry?
Barb Jones.
Barbara Jones, Barb Mikolajczyk, Heather Banks. Oh my gosh, Emily Thompson from Life So Savory is going to be there. Becky Thompson. I'm still inviting even more people. So we'll have a ton of other things as well. So please come and see us there. Let's ask a few more questions before we do our giveaway. Let's see. Here's one from V. Sanders. Can you scan your quilt block and stitch around a design on the block? Of course. That's my design center.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know how I did this before there was edge to edge, Barb?
How?
I gotta tell you, I I made like this random shape in my design center and filled it with stippling stitches, and then moved it over and had to scan it and look really close in the screen to find where the edge of my white stippling stitches were, and then like kind of make it look edge to edge. So I can't tell you how excited I am that they're going to connect.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the whole quilt.
More than just stippling, Barbara.
Yes. And they're such cute designs. Oh my goodness. Susie says, who else wants this machine? Oh goodness. All right. So if you haven't yet, go ahead and enter hashtag AllBrands, because we'll be doing a giveaway for an AllBrands.com e-gift card. We do ship all over the world, not this particular machine that we talked about, but we have all brands of sewing and supplies on our website, and you can use that there or in one of our 7 retail locations. And here is our locations here throughout Louisiana and Texas. So yeah, okay, I'll bring this up. Let me go ahead and share that. Here we go. Ooh. All right, are y'all ready to win something? Can you see this? Not yet, because I have to do that. Okay, now you can see it. All right, ready, set, who's our winner? Our winner is Angela R. Yay! Yay! Congrats, Angela. Please email me at events@allbrands.com with your name, number, and address to claim your prize. And congratulations for watching. But I feel like we're all winners today from getting to hang out with you, Barbara.
Oh, you're so sweet. I'm excited about all these features. I hope you all are excited too. Wait till you actually get to do some of them. You'll get even more excited. So it was great to be here. Thanks, Barb.
Yes,
Barbara.
thank you so much. Thanks. And Barbara will be back again on the show. And yeah, so stay tuned. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to All Brands on Facebook and YouTube for more great education. And visit us at the George R. Brown Convention Center, November 3rd through the 6th, to see these machines in person. All right. Well, I hope you have a great rest of your Monday, everyone. And see you later.
Bye.